No, sir.
How about now?
Yes, loud and clear.
Okay. Anyone, can everyone hear me? Okay, just a second. So how's everyone doing?
Great. How are you, man?
If anyone wants to, huh?
How are you doing?
I'm not bad, not bad. Uh, yeah, work's been good. If anyone wants to join the stage, by the way, and speak or ask any question um, on the stage, you can raise your hand. But let's keep the updates short, by the way. So um, let me open the Trello. Here's the link for you guys to check it out yourself. So there's a bunch of things that we did since last week. The first one is the market creator, which has been requested by some of the top market makers that is on OpenBook V2. They said that they're ready to start quoting on a lot of new different markets, and they want to create those markets on OpenBook V2 so they can start quoting. So these are some meme coins, for example, the Slurf or something like that. I don't exactly know which markets, but they wanted the ability to create the markets themselves. So we're about to ship that. Let me give you guys a screenshot of what that looks like really quickly. So it's really simple. So basically, here what we're doing is much simpler than the usual market creator that is on OpenBook V1 or any other OpenBook V2 market creator, but where basically what you have to do to create a market is enter two variables, which is base lot size and quote lot size, which is kind of complicated for people who are not technical, especially like it's complicated even for OpenBook contributors. But the thing here is that when someone is creating a market, they want to enter the minimum order size and the minimum price difference, which is also known as tick size. Those are the important factors of any market. But the OpenBook V2 program takes the base lot size and quote lot size. So with the base lot size and quote lot size, you can calculate the minimum order size and minimum price difference. So for example, some of the other, there's a few other OpenBook V2 tools, one from Dropcopy and one from Grapple, I think, which lets you create a market, but there you have to enter the base lot size and quote lot size, and you have to calculate the minimum order size and minimum the tick size by yourself, basically, which is really not that good of an experience, even when it comes to creating the markets ourselves. For example, we created some markets on OpenBook V2, and it's every time we have to create a market, it's a really painful experience. So this simplifies the process really a lot, because you basically enter the mint, the token addresses for the market you want to create, and then it automatically fetches the base and quote token decimals, and then you get to enter the minimum order size you want and the tick size you want, and then it calculates the base lot size and quote lot size itself. So that's really making it super simple to create a new market. And I'm spending this time to explain this stuff because if you check out OpenBook Discord, there's like 10,000 people asking the same questions over and over again, and those questions are about the base lot size and how to set the quote lot size. So this fixes all that, and hopefully we get to see a lot of people kind of redirected to Prism so they can create the market really easily there. So that's the market creator. We also fixed the balances bug on the DCA some people had, where since we switched to the RPC provider last week, the just a second, the balances were not showing up for some people. And we also changed the layout a little bit. It's going to be published today, so it's we're about to finish testing it. All of these updates that I'm going to talk about today. So here's a screenshot of that. On DCA, by the way, there is we're thinking about doing a bit of simplification in terms of how the DCA works and how you set it up. So currently you can enter the DCA frequency, so how frequently you want to execute the orders, and then you also either can choose the date the DCA finishes on, and you can also enter the number of orders, which might be a bit complicated. And I think what we should aim for is an experience which makes it super simple and also very quick to set up a DCA. So basically, you open the platform, enter the token you want to buy or sell, and then just really quickly, without thinking too much, set how long you want to run the DCA for, and the rest of the settings will be calculated automatically. That's the ideal scenario, and we're gonna try to simplify it to make it that way. But yeah, the balances problem is fixed and should be updated today. The next thing, next kind of feedback and suggestion that we got was in the trade bar. So when you're in the trading and you want to select a different market to trade on, the search wasn't working. So that's also fixed, and we also modified the search a little bit. Let me show you how it looks now. So basically, this is the new search. It shows more information about the markets. Gradually, what we're going to add here is quick information about the markets. So for example, when you open the market selector to select the market you want to trade on the right side of each market, it's going to show latest information, for example, 24-hour change and stuff like that, basically. So that's going to give more information to user and kind of fill it up, fill the pop-up up. So that's going to be great. Also, the create market now in the screenshot that I showed you, create market also redirects to the market creator screenshot that I showed you guys. So that's fixed. Also, the autofill curve and equal strategy parameters also coming in this update today. Basically, in the strategy, the total orders is filled, but the decrement is not. But when you fill the starting price and the total order size, it pre-fills the decrement based on some kind of arbitrary percentage value, let's say 5% decrement, and then you can modify it to kind of tailor it to your use. What we also did was move the trade. Let me give you a screenshot as well here. So on the trade page, in the order box, let me check really quickly. So on the trade page, give you a screenshot really quickly. here you can see the under the order book, you can see the order strategy, so limit and strategy, and then you have buy and sell under there, and then next to it is trade and swap. And when you change from trade to swap, then the buy and sell in the upper selector limit and strategy gets disabled. So someone submitted a feedback a while ago to move the trade and swap up, and then move the limit and strategy selector down to kind of switch places between those two. And we did that, so it's kind of more intuitive now. If you want to trade, then you have these options, and if you want to swap, then the below selectors kind of disappear, and then you have the swap plugin there. So that's done as well. There's also someone submitted that the max, basically the balances didn't refresh after placing orders, and they had to refresh the page or disconnect and connect the wallet again to make it work again. We fixed that as well. Apart from that, we're implementing Open Graph image generation dynamically to Prism, which means that right now, when you share a link, let's say prism.ag trade /v2 / the market address of Sol USDC, for example, when you share that on Twitter or Discord or any other platform, the way it basically has the same static image of Prism. And when we kind of push the Open Graph image generation to production, what it's going to look like is it's going to have a dynamically generated image, similar to how you have it on. Let me give you a link actually, or a screenshot really quickly. So we did this recently on Symmetry, and it's really cool. So for example, let me give you a screenshot. So for example, in the screenshot here, I pasted the link to the Solana DeFi index basket on Symmetry. And inside the link image, basically, it shows the information about the basket directly. So it's more intuitive and also more interesting for people to check out the platform that way when they see that. So what we're going to do with Prism is when you share a link, let's say Sol USDC, it's going to show the basic information like chart, for example, the 24-hour change, the volume, and etc. So that's going to bring more traffic to Prism because it's going to look more appealing on social media and other platforms. So that's a really huge thing, by the way. I'm really excited about that because static images are boring, and dynamically generated looks pretty cool. And yeah, I think that's it for the under testing tab. So these are the things that are coming today. And then some other things that we're working on is moving the staking page on V4. So basically, you'll be able to stake, unstake, and track your staking progress on the V4 directly instead of going to v3.prism.ag. Let me see. Some people had questions about the APY. So the staking APY, basically, the rewards Prism ran out, and we're gonna top it up with additional 50 million Prism for another year. That's basically what we do every year, and this one we added last year, and now we're gonna add another one. So it's gonna be refreshed pretty soon. So you'll be able to see that really soon. And the video tutorials, I think that we're gonna do that pretty quickly after we release. By the way, I think we're getting really close to releasing. Just a second, my dog is barking. I'll be right back. Okay. So yeah, yeah. So we're getting really close to release. I think we can release in the next few days. I'm just gonna make sure that we have a video announcement prepared for Prism V4. And we can release the trading and the DCA. Also, since we're gonna have the market creation functionality, I'm gonna give the link to the market makers. If they want to set up the markets they're gonna quote on, or if not, then we can set the markets up for them because they said that they're pretty much ready to start quoting on the new markets. And the Sol USDC market is having a pretty deep liquidity too, by the way, and a lot of active trading going on. So yeah, that's pretty cool in terms of approved suggestions. I'm just gonna quickly go through them and then we can end the quick catch up and I can continue preparing the update so we go live today. Yeah, the limit orders eat the spread strategy. Yeah, I'm just gonna say what's in progress apart from the approved, and then move on to the approved suggestions, which is pretty much every feedback that we got. The Prism DCA into bundles, I think that's working, but we need to check the functionality a little bit more before launching it. The staking page is coming, the bundles page also. After we release the market creator, then we're gonna release the SPL token creator so people can launch new Solana tokens and immediately create open book markets for it on Prism. Add refresh button on history and orders section. So this was submitted by someone, I'm not sure who, but basically, if you want to refresh the order history, what you can do is go to orders and then go to history again, because every time you go to the history tab, it refreshes and refetches your trade history. So you can do it that way. And in terms of the orders, the open orders are real time. So they're updated in real time. We don't kind of refresh it every 5 seconds or 10 seconds or something like that. The way it works with OpenBook V2 is you get the open orders information directly from the order book. So when the order book updates, you have the your open orders basically update in real time when the order book update event comes from the chain. Apart from that, what we're working on also is a separate, basically a new type of token list, which combines the strict and all token lists together. One problem, for example, is if you go to the token you want to DCA into, let's say, there's a bunch of different markets, even if you search for it, right? But what some platforms do is they have like a verification badge on some of the tokens, which are basically in the strict token list, right? But if you want to do that, what you have to do is you have to basically fetch two documents. One is the strict token list and one is all token lists. And then from that, you have to kind of do some kind of a combination of two and then create your own custom token list every time, which is not a problem really, but especially for people who are opening the platform on mobile, loading every resource, you basically need to optimize everything you're loading. So you need to load as little information as possible. So what we're gonna do is combine those token lists and fetch a pre-combined token list, which has all the tokens in there, but inside each token information, it has a new property which is verified. So if it's verified, then you can add the badge, and if it's not verified, you basically add the kind of unknown token badge or something like that. And I think other projects will take advantage of this and use that token list as well. So that's going to be pretty cool. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this week's update. I'm just gonna continue testing the stuff that is ready to launch, and then you guys, I'll post the link in the announcements. You guys can check it out and see how it works.
Nice.
Does it sound good, Batman?
Yeah, man. So, if there's any
Alright.
feedback and suggestions for DCA, you can just drop it in the channel and we'll add it to the board. That's about it.
Yeah, sounds good. and you can track the progress of what's going on in the board. I'm also adding some new things that we're doing in the board as well. So some of the like every new kind of minor task might not get announced that we're working on this feature, but you will be able to find this in the public Trello boards that we have.
Nice.
Yeah, so let's launch the update today and then prepare the video announcement and then go public with the Prism V4.
Nice. Sounds good.
Sounds good. Okay.
All right.
All
Later.
right. Thanks, guys, for listening, and see you guys next week. And in the meantime, see you in the chats and channels.